Welcome to Modern Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First, episode 192. This Saturday, the 24th day of March 2018. My names are Dr. Jerry the First, Oguzie. Today, I have a question for you. Are you making your life harder than it ought to be? When we were young, life was easier, right? I know, sometimes it seems that way. But the truth is, life still is easy. And it will always be. The only difference is we are older. And the older we get, the harder we make things for ourselves. You see, when we were young, we saw the world through simple, hopeful eyes. We exercised a lot of faith. We believed what we were told and accepted them as simple truth. We knew what we wanted. We were always visualizing what we wanted to be, what we wanted to have as property, who we wanted to be with as wife or husband. We had no issues. We had no concealed agendas. We had no biases. We did not know how to lie. We told the truth as simply as we saw it. We liked people who smiled a lot. We avoided people who frowned a lot. We ate when we were hungry. We didn't know how to hide hunger. We drank when we were thirsty. And we slept when we had played and gotten tired. But as we grew older, our minds became gradually disillusioned by negative external influences. At some point, we began to hesitate and question our instincts. When a new obstacle or growing pain arose, we stumbled and fell down. This happened several times. Eventually, we decided that we didn't want to fall again. But rather than solving the problem that caused us to fall, we avoided it altogether. As a result, we ate comfort food and drank alcohol to numb our wounds and fill our voids. We worked late nights on purpose to avoid unresolved conflicts at home. We started holding grudges, playing mind games, and subtly deceiving others and ourselves in order to get ahead. And when it didn't work out, we lived above our means. We wanted to be like the Jones and the Joneses. We used lies to cover up lies. We told more lies upon lies. And we ate and drank some more just to make ourselves feel better again. And over the course of time, we made our lives more complicated, harder and harder. And we started losing touch with who we really are and what we really need. Are you nodding your head in agreement? Then you understand the need for getting back to that childlike state. And you know deep down that you've gradually made your life harder than it ought to be. Now, here are 5 ways you are making your life harder presently than it ought to be. Maybe some common mistakes you've likely made in the past. And then some ideas on simplifying things starting today. Don't just waste 1 minute after this. 1. You let others make you feel guilty for living your life. As long as you are not hurting anyone else, keep living your life your way. This is your life we're talking about. Nobody else can live it for you but you. And if you are not satisfied, if you are not fulfilled in what you're doing presently, you need to get back to that space of fulfillment, to that sphere where you find happiness because of what you're doing. Sometimes we get lost in trying to live for someone else, trying to meet their suggestions, trying to meet their expectations, and doing things just to impress them. Take a moment and think about it. Are you doing things because you truly believe in them? Do you have your own goals? Are you pursuing them? Live Do and love so that you are happy. Because when the chips come down, relationships can end in an instant. But you will live with yourself for the rest of your life. 2. You always assign negative intent to people's actions. Another driver cut you off in traffic. Your friend never texted you back. Your colleague went to lunch without you. Everyone can find a reason to be offended on a daily basis. So what caused you to be offended? You assigned negative intent to these otherwise innocent actions. You took it as a personal insult, a slap in your face, and a hot slap for that matter. Don't do this to yourself. Don't take things personally. Don't assign negative intent to the unintentional actions of others. It's not about you, really. It's about them. So let today be the day you look for the good in people around you instead of the bad. 3. You are stuck on your mistakes. It's important that we forgive ourselves for making mistakes. We need to learn from the errors we committed and move forward. Make a pact with yourself today not to be defined by your past. Sometimes the greatest thing to come out of all your hard work isn't what you get for it, but what you learn from it. A happy, successful life, after all, is not a life absent of problems, but one that has been able to rise above those problems. 4. You are letting loss devour you. Sometimes you have to work at happiness. Some hurdles in life are too difficult to clear simply by adopting a positive mindset. Do you need to forgive someone? Do you need to let go of a failed relationship? Do you need to come to terms with the death of a loved one? Listen, life is full of losses. Every day people lose one thing or the other, something dear to them, a loved one, a relationship that has gone bonkers, money, property. People even lose their lives. But in a sense, true happiness would not be possible without these losses. It helps us to appreciate the good times. It helps us to grow. So if you are struggling to see the light, you are not alone. Find someone who understands and talk to them. Reach out for support. Don't let loss devour you. 5. You keep cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Do what is right, not what is easy. And do the right thing even if no one else will ever know. Why? Because you will always know. Your superior being or silent partner will know. And your subconscious will register it and constantly remind you of it. And it will end up becoming a conscience issue for you. And of course, if you're struggling with any of these, know that you are not alone. Many of us are right there with you, working hard to feel better, think more clearly, and get our lives back on track. Until I come your way again, this is Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First. This program is powered by Topitup Media and Communication Nigeria. All rights reserved. Thank you for listening to this broadcast today. It would please us to no end if you continue to visit our podcast. And so to be able to do that, kindly click on the red subscribe button towards your right to subscribe to our channel. In the same vein, also click on the bell beside the subscribe button so that you can always receive the notification for any new podcast we upload. Also give us a thumb up to like this podcast. These help us to grow. And do help us share the podcast to your friends in the different social media sites you belong to. Click on the share tab just below the podcast and share directly from there. The full text of this podcast is on our blog, and would you want to read it? Kindly visit the blog. We have a Facebook page where we also post our podcast on daily basis. If you're on Facebook, kindly like our Facebook page. The links to our blog and our Facebook page are in the description box right below. Thank you for your attention. Do have a very nice day.